Alrighty. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I'm Beema, better known as Els. That's Harry. What are you doing, Harry? Huh? What are you doing? Are you being a booger? Yeah? Yeah. This is my cell phone giving me crap. Okay. So, how's everybody? I see Arlene has been in and gone to bed. I lost my charger base, and now my phone no wanna worky. Does not want to charge. And I have about 14 different chargers we've bought over the years. So now I have to try and find base that works for this charger. Because I have more of these cords than any other. That is definitely not it. And my grandkids, well, they always come over without chargers. Sam's charger. And so they're always like, Beema, do you have a charger for this? And then I put them on a charger, and they walk off with the connectors. Kind of a pain in the behind. So I'm just going to sit here and hang out with Harry for a minute whilst I try to see if I have a charger for this cord. If not, then I'm going to have to change cords. I don't want to change cords, but I'm going to have to change cords. Okay, so we're going to change cords. Maybe not. I may not have an ability to change my cord. I may not have the ability to charge my phone. So if at first you don't succeed, you use the emergency charger. Okay, so at least it's charging at this moment. I will futz with this thing. Rest of the way later. I literally have like hundreds of charger connectors and lines and oh my god, there's just so many of them. All right, let me get this out of the way. Totally out of the way. So how's everybody doing? How are we doing? What's up? That's Harry, obviously. And, he is the star of the show. We all know this. Show off them fat bags here, Smexy. There you go. I know. Mommy went right to the tummy, huh? Oh, don't do that, Mommy. All right, you got to go. Go on, get down. Come on, get down. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, so what are we doing? We are doing this. It is a floofy pink journal. Not my style. We are already done with the first signature. We are working on the second signature. Ephemera. Oh, excuse me, embellishments. More embellishments. More embellishments. Paper. Bits and pieces. Laces and trims. Cardstock. A little of this, a little of that, some of this. You guys know. All right. So now, let's get the paper out of the way. Hi, Miss Maury. All right. So, the way that I work is I make a bunch of very specific embellishments for this. And then we tend to make the ephemera as we go. And we just kind of figure out what works, you know, what goes where kind of thing. And this is kind of where we left off yesterday. So it's where we're going to get started today. Now I bought a new digital. It's specifically for making I printed it too small, but it's specifically for making clusters. And the first time I printed it, it was too small. For me anyway, for my use, it was too small. And so I went back and printed it in full size. And so you can see the difference in the pages. Yeah, it goes somewhere around there. I don't know. I've chopped pieces of this off, so. But that's kind of the full size version. And I used it to make some pieces. And so now I have to kind of incorporate those. Hello, Gypsy. So I have to kind of incorporate the new pieces into the old parts. So yesterday we took section A and we went in here and we took a few things out and we added in some of the new stuff. So that it would be, you know, cohesive. Now I can't even see the new stuff. It's in here. This is part of the new stuff. Part of the new stuff. New stuff. New stuff. This is part of new stuff. So you can see we went through and we just put a little bit here and there. And that's just to help kind of make the whole thing more cohesive, more like it belongs together, you know. We do have a cover for this that we're working. I'm not so happy with it yet. I'm not so sure that I'm happy with it or not happy with it. So I may make it again. So here we are. We have lace and trims. And any place we put like a piece like this that has a little lace coming off the side of it, we're going to call that a tab. So we're not going to put any tabs on those pages. Anything that's got lace, obviously, is not going to get a tab. So tabs are going to be few and far between on this one. And we are going to start on this page, just kind of finishing it. I like to keep my journals clean, like lots of writing space. Some people, they don't. They want, you know, they want that big, over the top, really filled, fully fluffed out, floofy journal. No, I want to be able to write in it, you know, and I want whoever gets it to be able to actually use it and write in it, enjoy it. So, that being said, we're going to get out this big old pile of embellishments we have. This big old pile. And some of it is completed and some of it's just pieces and parts that we're using. So okay. Remember, if you're a designer and you're watching this, please, for all things holy, stop putting holes in tickets. Stop leaving a hole in a ticket. If we want to put a hole in a ticket, we'll pop a hole in a ticket. We don't need you to put a hole there, a blank space for us to pop a hole. One, it may be too high. Two, it may be too big or too small. It doesn't matter. Stop doing it, please. It is annoying. All right, so we have this nice page here. And I don't know if it's done. You know what I mean? We are using vintage walnut photo, which basically means I put walnut stain into my vintage photo. Don't care, it's brown. And let's be honest, Vintage photos, not brown, it's orange. Check your colors wheel, people. Check your color wheel. I'm in a mood today. I'm sorry. It's the rain. So for like a whole week, they were telling us rain on Thursday. Wednesday was overcast and icky. So I was thinking, okay, Thursday's going to rain. Got up Thursday morning, bright blue sky. Last night, at about 11 o'clock, the sky opened up for all of 15 seconds. That's pretty normal here. It's called a monsoon. Whew. Okay, we got some rain. Yeah. Then I got up this morning. Apparently it rained again overnight. So I keep the tabs in here because otherwise I would tab everything. So I got up this morning, walked out, and it was soggy and depressing because it had rained all night. And Gigi loves to find puddles to lay in. So when it rains, I get wet dog. She doesn't want to pee in the rain, but if there's puddles, she's going to lay in them. Oh, lucky me. So yesterday, I managed to get my head under control, and I was very pleased with that. And then it built up last night and poured, and now my head is congested, and my migraine is killing me. And I'm going to name the thing as frequently as it sticks with me. I'm going to name it. I think we're going to call it Fred. My migraine from here on out is known as Fred. So now that I've eaten, because I just finished eating, I got up late because I was up most of the night with my head. I only need one of these. 365 tablets, 1 year's worth of pills for like $17. Good deal. Two head pills. Oh. And then since I have menopause brain, we're going to write down what time we took that pill. All right. So we have some stuff pinned that we're going to use in different places. And so since it's pinned in, we're going to leave it there for now. We need to work on this page. I'm okay with these. I think we have maximum writing space. This is not a tuck. It's just an embellishment. So we're going to start on this one. And I think, you know what? I might do this and use this as like a tab. What do you guys think? Or Oh, I like that one better. There. All right. We're going to put this one in. And I need a really fabulous pocket for my really fabulous tag that I made. I made a really fabulous tag. And so I want a fabulous pocket for it here. I'll show you guys my fabulous tag. Look at that tag. Right? Okay. So I need a really fabulous pocket for it. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Okay, so we got that there. And this needs some washing. What are we having for lunch, Mari? What are we having? Mari's making us all lunch. We just have to figure out what it is. I gotta find that Michelle. She had an appointment yesterday, and I haven't heard from her since. She sent me pictures driving down the road with the rain and ickies, and now I haven't heard from her. I'm gonna have to call her and find out what's going on. I need to call the other one too. Rose is not doing much better right now. No, we were talking the other night. She says, I don't feel so good. I gotta go. And she popped out. I haven't heard from her since. Ladies, if we're talking and you pop out of a conversation, you better pop your butt back in at some point and say, I'm fine. Go over here. I'm gonna rattle her cage. Oh, Miss Michelle. Are you alive? Look at that other one too. There. Now I feel better. I also reached out to Carla because we haven't seen Carla in a while, and that concerns me because Carla and Jamie should both be in bubble wrap. Jamie Sills. They should just both be perpetually in bubble wrap. Okay. So here's the bottom line. I'm totally happy with that. Just the way it is. All right, so now we're going to do this page. Now we have this, which is kind of like, this is not what it's meant to be. Okay, I'm sure this is meant to be a page, a single page, but I don't like it that way. So we're going to do this with it. The thing is we have to, because we're doing it as a wraparound, we have to kind of find the page that it works on. Now this works with this, and this works with this. So I'm okay with it, but it doesn't have the greatest length. So we either have to put it down or up, but we can't put it in the middle. It's either got to be down or up. So I'm going to do a little trimming on this just to get rid of some of this overage stuff. Okay, and on the side here. Now what I'm wondering is, would this look better if, oh, let me see. Oh, somebody's alive. Okay, Rose is alive. Sort of, kind of. Okay. All right. She's sort of kind of alive. All right, that works. All right, so now I'm wondering if this would be, like, if it would look better if I put it in and cut the edge of it with the, you know, if we did like the torn edge on this, we use the decal cutter. I'm wondering if the decal cutter would work, like if it would look cooler. The other option is for me to take my scissors and actually do the edge the way that it is. And because this one's straight and this one is kind of a torn edge. Let's do that. I'm going to get my scissors real quick. If I could find them. I know they're here someplace. Okay. And we're going to kind of do the not so cool edge that's on here. It's a straight edge, which you just cut most of it off. So kind of difficult to follow, but we're going to do it. Okay. So let's ink that and see what it looks like. And then we'll put it up against the page. Like, I think the decal might have been too much. This might be okay. So this is now going to go here. Yeah, I like that better. Maybe I should just reprint this and make it bigger. Make it so it's like the full size. Let's take a look. So let me go over here into the file. I keep a print file up while I'm working on something that has everything that I've printed for it. Because it makes my life easier to go back. All right, so it's this one right here. All right, so that is page 14. So we're going to print page 14. Let me put a piece of cardstock in the printer. I'm going to have to go get some of my cardstock. I got it. I'm just going to have to remember to go get some before I work on the next project. There's not a lot here. Okay, one piece in the printer. I still have to get my my big smart tank has to be sent off to be repaired. It sucks. It sucks so bad. So I just want to get closer to being, to the edges. This one has like an inch and a half, and it's too much. I like the idea of it. It's just too much. All right. So right now I'm printing everything on my little desk jet, and not the greatest. Okay. So I'm going to cut this out. And then Ginger wants out. 1 second. You need out, baby. You need to go outside. Yeah. She knocks on the door. It's kind of cute. All right. So now we have that. And I'm just going to put a light score down the center of this. On this black line. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Nothing ever has to be perfect, guys. Okay. So now let's see. See, that's so much better. Just a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. I like it. I am going to decal this edge, though. Just run it through the decal cutter. Okay. Now I've totally torn the book apart. All right, so I'm going to put this in here, right along the edge. Let's try to get it straight, shall we? Nope, needs a little more. There we go. My dickledy edge. Love this thing. One of my best thrift store buys. By far. All right, inking this side. And the end. This side. I'm not going to decal this side, though. Nope, we're just going to put some ink on it to keep, get rid of the white. There. Folding this in half. A little bit of ink on this. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So I'm going to put glue on this, and then I'm going to glue the other side. But I'm going to make sure that when I glue this, if my glue decides it wants to play, there we go. I'm going to glue this on. I don't want to put glue on both sides and put it on there. I want to make sure that, see how that buckles? I want to make sure that I get this nice and glued down. So I want to leave a little bit of space. It's literally like a 32nd of an inch there for this to wrap around. I don't know if you've ever tried making something and you're like, oh, I'm just going to glue this piece on and then I'll fold it. It doesn't work. And you're like, why is that not working? It's not working because it's not the same size. If you line up the edges and then you fold it, one of those is slightly off. Okay. So now we have our nice big pocket. And we need to put a journaling card or two in here. We're going to make a big journaling card for this. So the journaling card has to be, there's a ruler around here someplace. I know there is. I just had it. Hey. Don't you be falling out of there. All right. So we want a journaling card that's about 4 inches by 7. 4 by 7. All right. So I'm going to take this, put it to the side. 4 by 7. And I'm going to get some paper for the back. Let's see what you. It has to be the right one, though. Now I have this. It's white core, but we'll ink it. It has a little bit of a pearl to it, which I think will, floof a little bit. Okay, so we got to go 4 by 7. So that's 4. And then 8.5. So 1.5 gets us to 7. That's our base. We will check for fit. All by myself. That'll fit. Okay. So now we're going to decorate. Let me put this here. Let's see who that'd be. That'd be Rose again. Hold on. Hold on. I'll watch that later. She sent me videos. Okay, sorry. All right, so now put our pin away because we had a pin in it. So we're going to put our pin away. I still haven't come up with any kind of paper clip for this. All right, so this is our card. Let's round our corners. Okay, so now I have this. I would really like to use this, but I have cut that piece down already. I don't know why I had this piece. I could have cut that piece, but I didn't. I have this. That's interesting. Let's do that. Let's print another piece of this. See, I'm all about let's print something else. Let me go back over the print file. We'll go up to the top of that puppy. Because I know that's towards the top. 1, 2 is page 3. Yeah, page 3. Okay, so printing, pages, custom, page 3. All right, and I'm going to put a piece of paper in the printer. This does not have to be cardstock because I'm putting it on cardstock. So it doesn't have to be cardstock. It can be something thinner, slightly thinner. So I'm going to use 92 bright 32-pound cardstock, 32-pound paper. There is a difference between cardstock and paper when you get to the weights. 65-pound cardstock is not 65-pound paper. It's a very significant thing. You're sitting for a second? Holy crap. You got a minute off? How did that happen? Okay. All right, so yeah, that'll work. All right, so I'm gonna trim this side off. should we do this with the decal since we have the decal on the pocket? I think we will. We'll do this on the decal. So I'm going to cut it to the size I need, and then we'll do it on the decal. So we're going to go 3 7/8 because I'm going to cut some of this off. We can only do this once because if we screw up, it's not like we can go back and do it again. I have to print another piece, and I'm too cheap for that. And now, it's those great measuring skills. Sure. All right, so then I'm going to run this through the decal. Look at that. Let's check this. Yep. Okay, decal. Decal. Get it down. I do love this thing. Here we go. So there's no straight line at the top. So if you want it straight, it has to be at the bottom, which is kind of weird for me. There. There. Okay. There. And there. Okay. So now we'll get rid of this. I'm going to round the corners on this just so that they sit, inside the rounding of those corners. And if I have to take any more off, I will. Let's get that out of the way. Let's put this down. Oh my God. It's perfect. All right. Inking. Okay, so Rose has a situation that I think is adorable, and I have to ask. Abuela, this one's for you, especially. Mari, so when you have the baby, because Mari watches her baby too, her grandbaby, a lot. When you have the baby, do you ever feel like mom and dad show up just trying to catch you doing things you're not supposed to? I know. Isn't it great? I love that chomper. Tearing paper my butt. See, because I don't get it. Because my kids, like my daughter, when she had kids and she made me a grandma, it was like one time she tried to tell me something. And I looked at her and I went, "Did you live?" She was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Shut up." Like, I'm grandma. I get to do what I want. I could not imagine my daughter thinking she had the chutzpah to show up and catch me doing something. She'd be like, "Don't feed those kids candy." I'm not, as I'm sitting there feeding them chocolate chip cookies. "That's sugar, Mom, but you said candy. This is cookies." "Mom, that has chocolate chips in it." "Oh, well, they're in there. There's nothing I can do about that." I wouldn't even have done that. I just looked at her. I would have just looked at her and went, "Yeah, deal with it." Because I love my daughter, but those are my grandbabies. I'm going to spoil the living crap out of them. That is what happens. There was actually, I saw a thing the other day that was perfect. It was like you as a mother, and it was like the mom dinosaur from Jurassic Park, when she's storming through the city. And then you as a grandmother, and it was the dinosaur from Toy Story. And I was like, that is so perfect. All right, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take this end. I'm not going to do the sides on this, because I like the straight line. It looks like a ribbon. But I do have a little bit of pencil mark on there, so I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Seriously, like my kid, Tyler cracked me up. He thought he could do that. He was like, you can't feed her this and you can't give her that. And of course, now she was old enough that, she could talk for herself. And she would come over. I forgot to eat that. She would come over and I would be like, what do you want? She'd be like, soda. I'd be like, okay. Are you kidding me? You don't want her to have candy. You don't want her to have cookies. Yeah, he wanted her to eat those veggie sticks. You know the ones, right? Till I pointed out that they are actually worse than potato chips because they're not actually made from any kind of vegetable. No, just a marketing ploy to get parents to buy them. They are actually made from potatoes and chemicals, and that's it. So when your kids are yelling at you, telling you that you're supposed to be giving them that healthy stuff, just look at them and giggle. That shit is not healthy. It's not even close to healthy. It's basically Pringles. Wear her clothes. Look, I will tell you what I told my daughter, okay? And you can use it or not. It's entirely up to you. But I told my daughter when she had the first one, children are wash and wear. Do you know what that means? That means that it doesn't matter how dirty and wrinkled and futzed up they get. Turn the hose on them, which they're going to enjoy, and they're better. They're fixed. They're all clean. They're ready to go. Kids are wash and wear. As long as they're not like, playing in dog poop. Go be a kid. Did we learn nothing from the participation generation? Hi, Michelle. Papa's been giving her candy. Yay! I knew there was a reason I liked Papa. I remember being over at my grandmother's one time. She had a pool. And it was summer, so this wasn't cruel. She had a doughboy pool. And I don't remember where we had to go. I think it was a wedding or something. And my brother and I had gotten out of the house. Everybody was getting ready. My brother and I had gone outside. They were like, go outside and don't get dirty. Well, we went outside, and my grandfather had hunting dogs. And that was like our favorite thing to do. So we were playing with these hunting dogs. My mom came out of the house and lost her crap. My brother and I were trashed. And my mom is losing it. She's like, oh my God, we have to be at a wedding in like 45 minutes. Ah. My grandmother walked out, snatched us both up, threw us both in the pool. My mom shrieks. She yanks us out. She goes, now go get that clothes. My mom went and got the clothes. My mom is in the backseat with my grandmother, the backseat of my grandfather's Suburban, combing our hair and putting clothes on us. Nobody at the wedding had any idea that 40 minutes ago we were making mud pies. Oh. Oh, she gonna whoop his ass. See, that's a good Southern girl right there. That's a good Southern girl. All right, you can write on the back of this. I'm not worried about putting anything on the back of it. We are going to do a little bit of ink because this paper is white core, but it's white core and it's pearled. So I'm just going to add a little ink to the edge, very, very little bit to the edge just to get rid of that white core. Done. All right, we're going to try putting this in the book and see where we're at. Okay. So this is going in there. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Too much. Wowzer, no. All right, so now we turn this page and we have the same kind of deal on the other side. We have a pocket, but I think I'm going to turn this into 2 pockets. But how? Simple. I'm just going to put some freaking glue in there. Watch this. 2 pockets. One up top, one down low. Need some journal cards. I have some. Look, one in there. And one down here. 2 journal cards. Now, let me put a pin in this. This is, I don't know what the heck this is supposed to be originally, but we are going to make this a flip up. Why? Because the butterfly goes in that dang direction. So we're either going to make it a flip up or I'm going to cut this butterfly out and put it on a piece of ephemera like I did that one. You're the only person who's watching the book. Trust me. Not this one. I don't know. Like, I don't think I want to do that as a flip. But if I don't, then, I don't know. Maybe I'll just make a journaling card out of it. Cut that piece off the bag. Make a journaling card. That's what I'm going to do. Put it over there. I'm past it now. All right, so we have this half sheet. What are we going to do with the half sheet? Well, we're going to move the half sheet up. We'll put it up there. Why? Because I want it to be seen. I don't want it to be at the bottom of the page. If it would have flip, then I could put it at the bottom of the page. But it doesn't have flip no more, so now going up there. Now we have this little deal right here. Now we could do that. We put it over here, put it over there, put it there. Which is kind of odd because, but I like the fact that it's, offset a little bit. But it doesn't go with this, so we're not going to use that. Okay. Moving on. All right, now we do this, which we can put on here. Just make this writing paper. Little thing that works. See, this works for me. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. That is at the top, down to there. Where's my pencil? There's my pencil, right there. Okay. So we're going to chop that off. All these great measuring techniques, you see. Right there. Okay. I love everything. Touch spot, flip. Do it. Okay, so now we have that. I did not ink this. Crapo. It's okay. It's okay. Make it happen. But how are we going to ink that, Els? I got it. I got it. Inked. Shush. Moving that back up. This thing. Didn't we already ink one of these up that we didn't use that I could put on here? Okay, well, I can't find it, so we're going to use this one. We can still change our mind about that whole tucky flippy thing because we still got the other side of this page in the back over there. So we could still change our mind about it. Okay, I could still change my mind about it. Gotta find the stems. Stems, okay. Why am I using blue? Because I have a blue page behind it and I want it to kind of pull it together, make it cohesive. All right. What a freaking mess I'm making here. All right. Maybe some washi tape. What do you think? A little washi here, a little washi there. I don't think so. No, no washi tape. Okay. What else do we have? I have all these tickets I love but can't use. Why? Why can't I use them? I can't use them because somebody thought that it would be a good idea to put giant holes in them. I know who I buy these things from. And maybe, just maybe, I should reach out and let them know. Please stop doing that. Please. Please, 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 please stop doing that. Look at that. gorgeous tag, gorgeous little ticket, you know, that I could use as a, you know, but I don't want to use it as a tag. I want it to be a ticket. I don't know if we're going to put this little, no, we're not. I don't like it. We have a metric buttload of stickers. Let's see what we got that might work. Stay up there. I don't know. I feel like I need something else on this page. I love people that put this on their charcuterie and they don't know what it means. Like that wasn't a thing until like a few years ago. And so you see a lot of older journals that have that on there. They don't know what the hell it is. They just think it's some kind of French word. Well, it's a French word. If it's a French word, it's good enough for me. All right, we have a blue butterfly. That might work. Hi, Hubbard. But I didn't have the heart to tell people when I saw them doing that. No. Yeah. Do you know what charcuterie means? Like this one, optician. It's a French word. That's all they care about. I've already used that. Lavender. Doesn't work with my pink roses. Nope. Used to that one. Nope. No. I'm telling you. No. Yes. If you know, you know. Okay. Well, Daddy must have just put his butt in the chair. Okay. Mari said, hi, Hubbard.
Morning.
He had a rough night. So did I. We both tossed and turned all night. Come on. I'm going to let you outside. Noisy pain in the booty. Come on. Cobra dog. If he wasn't so big, I'd get a doggy door. But he's so big that if I got a doggy door, we'd have weird things coming in the house. All right. So I got these from Temu, and I have to tell you guys, I kind of like them. They're fabric, which is cool. Again, somebody's got all the dang holes in them, but it's the words. This is the weird part that you have to watch out for with anything you get from Temu. All right. Everything in the world. Okay. Wandering. I'm okay as the biggest lie of girls. All right. Slow walker. I don't know. Looking for no one like you. Distant tenderness. Love is like an hourglass. Don't worry, I love you. Just to be by your side. Stop for me. Return of happiness. Let's see. Life is a gift, we and every day. Love is a lamp. I'm enough to match you. I love you not for who you are. Laugh or cry as you like. Okay. All things come to those who. So you have to kind of look at them because you might think that it's a saying that you're familiar with, but no. All right, so we have to put something on here. Don't try so hard. Inconstant. Yeah, they're from Temu. And like the stickers themselves, like these are nice. They're fabric. They have a fabric texture. And, you know, these are cute. I don't know that I would use any of these because they all have that, you know, like these ones, I don't care. I'll cut that right off the top. Okay. Like this. I'll show you. These ones that have the weird top on them. And they have the little thing. I'll just cut them straight across. And then just turn it into like a little label. Now I can use that on a page. And I don't care. But, and I can do the same thing sort of with the ones that look like tags. But these ones that are like this, that are double-edged, you can't do it. Because if you cut it off this side, you have to cut it off that side. And then you might as well not, you know, even use it. And I love these. Of course, they're not long enough for a page, so you have to, you know, work something out. Or you're adding a little something to the edge, or this one's not too bad because, you know, that's going to be in the fold. So you're really not going to see that anyway. So I'm okay with that. But I do need something here, and I don't know what it's going to be. Slow Rose. Anybody see my stickies? There. There we go. Okay. And there's actually, they have a couple of different ones. Yeah. Now here's the thing. When you're putting this on here, make sure that this isn't going to get caught under something else. And you have to do the same thing on the other side. So you have to be very careful, because if it gets caught, then, you know, you're going to tear the page or you're going to mess something else up. And you don't want to do that. So now we have that. Looking good. Oh my God. That thing came across my feed the other day. You remember the Looney Tune babies? Daffy Duck, when he was little, down the hole. Toilet paper go down the hole. Teddy bear go down the hole. That came through on my feed the other day. I don't know why, but I've been seeing a lot of episodes of that and a lot of I Love Lucy. Rose, it's hard to push the book up when I got all this other stuff on the desk. God, woman. Isn't it not bad enough that I'm making it all floofy? I love this paper, y'all. Okay. I've been playing with it. Like I just sit here. Catch me doing weird stuff with the paper. Okay. That up there. All right. So now we need something on this page. Again, remember, we put something blue on this one because we wanted to draw these two pages together. And now we have the blue page. What the hell are we going to do with it? We can't get rid of it now because we've already decorated for it. So now we have to put this on. Now we do have that little blue tag thing that we cut up. So we could do that. We can add that on there. And we've already eliminated that problem. Get that out of here before we start looking at it again. We use that, but we can save that and use it as a tab. So I'm going to put it with the tabs. What else? What else? Icky stickies over here. This has possibilities. This, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I got to think about that.
Oh, shush, you just came in.
Yes, but you sat down.
Right.
All right, so if I did this, what would I put in this pocket? I could maybe do that and a tag. Oh, I could put that one in there. That would be perfect. I don't like this, though. Yes, dear, I know. It's okay. I'll keep moving it up. I have to wiggle it just a little bit. Okay, so if we do this, we could definitely probably get that in there, and then we could make a tag. This is very bright. I'm going to do this. I don't want to do that. What if we just did one of these? No. Do this one. Do it this way. No. It's a damn cauldron. Okay. Let's see. Nope, not going to be able to get it in there. My baby. Oh, there it is. Okay. Tiny little finger knit. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this over here. We're going to glue it down. And then you can put a little journal card in it. So we're going to glue this down. Okay, look, I'm insane. Certifiable cuckoo. And I think that this greeny color goes okay with this bluey color. And then we're going to have to create a journal card to go in here because we have the little tag. And we could certainly put that in there, but I don't know. It just, no. You know what I mean? Like if it was this way, it would be okay. I don't like it that way. So we have to put a journal card in here, and it has to be a little journal card. So I'm going to cut this sucker. Where's that ruler again? Here it is. Okay. So we're going to cut a little journal card that's like 2.5 inches tall by like 1.5 inches wide. So 2.5 inches tall, 1.5 inches wide. Let's cut it. 2.5 by 1.5 inches. No. I think it could be bigger than this. Okay. So let's do 2.25. Let's see if that fits. This could be a weird shape. And I'm going to take it out to about there. I have no idea what that is. But it goes in there. Okay. So we're going to come back to this page because I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. Put a pin in it. That's our center. Don't know what I'm doing with the center. I think I just figured this out. Bye-bye, page. There's already a blue page in here. Why do I have to do 2 blue pages? I don't know. Oh. All right, we're going to move this page. To here. Because I think that that is the perfect center page. So we're going to go ahead and glue this one down. I got to put some glue in this bottom. I think this is best. For the center. Okay. What is today? Is it Friday or Thursday?
Friday the 14th.
Friday the 14th? Oh, no. No big deal. What is this? Hold on 1 second. Miss Carla. Okay. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. Like I took that out. I ain't messing with it. Look at it. Now we got a journal card we can use on something else. I don't know. I just I have 2 blue in there and it's a pink journal. Why would I have blue pages? I don't know. Okay. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with that. It's going over there. It'll be a Harry toy. All right. So we have these things. We have this. I don't even know where this plays in or where it came from because it does not go with anything else that's in this kit. Did it just fall into it randomly? I don't know. Ooh, this could be a belly band. Like we could put that on a piece of paper and make it a belly band on a piece of cardstock. I'm just going to gently cut off the side here because we all know I can't cut a straight line with a pair of scissors on paper to save my butt. And there, I've just proven that fact. All right. We have that. I love this stuff so much. I don't know what it is. It's just little buttons, but I like them. Okay. Let's see. Everyone here is good. Is a pain in the butt. Okay. It's Friday. All right. So I have got to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of the stuff because there's a lot of it here and I haven't put the ephemera together yet. So let's see what's done. Okay, that piece. That's a nice embellishment there. That's a nice embellishment. I love this one. Got that one. We have a tag. We have another embellishment. We have another tag. It's a pocket. It's a pocket. Is a tag. Is part of a journaling card not completed? Guess what? We're going to make a journaling card out of it. Just put it right there. Okay, we have a pocket. It goes up there. We have a pocket. It goes over there. That is a journaling card. Journaling card. Journaling card. Pocket. Journaling card. Pocket. Journaling card. Journaling card. Embellishment. Tag. Tags go down here. Embellishment. Journaling card. All right, so these are the pieces that are not yet, oh, that one goes over there, not yet put together. So I'm going to get these put together today so that, these pieces can be used. So I'm going to get them put together and make some embellishments out of them. I still have this stuff that I can use as well. So we're going to do all of that. I'll do all of that. I'm going to do it off camera. And then I have, of course, journaling cards and tags. Let me get the tags out of here. Oh, tag it. Because that's all the embellishments I have left. All of the, embellishments. So I have quite a bit of ephemera, just not a lot of embellishments. So I'm going to work on these off camera. because nobody wants to sit here and listen to me yell about paper. So I'm going to get all this put together into some semblance of, embellishments and maybe even make some more journaling cards and do some of that tough stuff. So we got all that. Okay, what's going on? All right, so this week, craft with me tonight. I don't know what we're doing. No idea. We might be making embellishments. We're just going to make it, craft with me is exactly that. We're just going to hang out and craft. So I don't know, could be this, could be something else entirely. Who knows? And then tomorrow's mixed media. Sunday we have our game. And then on Monday there's a floating belly band. Guys, I love the damn thing. Oh, I love it. It's adorable and I love it. And you guys are going to like it. Also, this month's Project of 25 challenge is pipe cleaners and or something from nature. So think leaf, stick, rock, grass, feathers. Okay? And we're going to be starting, I'm starting a new series called Back to Basics. And it's just going to be very basic stuff. The basics of basics. Like the first one in the series, library pockets. Yeah. And I'm doing them in 2 sizes. So that's going to be in there. What else? That's it. I think that's it, guys. I think that's absolutely it. I am going to skedaddle out of here because I have a bunch of phone calls to make because it's Friday and I have to get them done before the weekend hits. That is actually partially done. I just haven't finished it. Needs lace. Sit there. Okay. So I'm going to work on this stuff. I'll probably be working on it still tonight. Who knows, man? This is me we're talking about. I could take forever doing this. But that's it. That's all I have. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit the button. Subscribe. If not, just do a thumb one way or the other. It doesn't really matter to me. Either way, it's it's an interaction, and that's really what matters. What else? Check out the description box below where it says more. Click on the more, and it's going to tell you how to cyber stalk me. Very low key. It gives you my Etsy, my Facebook, my email, my Insta. It's all down there, so you can stalk me. Yeah. So that's what I got going on. We're going to figure out what to do with this thing too. All right. So until I see you again, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye.